Listen, we all want more website traffic, right? It doesn't matter if you run an e-commerce shop, a blog, if you're an agency, everyone can benefit from more website traffic. Well, qualified and relevant traffic, at least. I'll break it down in the simplest way I can. I would say that there are 7 major channels that traffic comes from: social media, referral sites, paid search, organic search, email, display ads, and direct traffic. In a very high level sense, this is every way that you can get traffic to your website. And by high level, I mean it's just the tip of the iceberg. You can distill this down further into things like specific websites, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But in general, if you can be exceptional at just one of these channels, you can get explosive traffic to your website. For example, take this YouTube channel. It had over 240,000 views in the last 28 days, which ended up resulting in over 500 new visitors, 48 new leads, and brand new customers for our business. So let's drill down into each of these major traffic channels and talk about how you can use these to get traffic to your website. But real quick before that, my name is Tristan with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow. Let's get into it. Number 1 is social media. This is only getting bigger and more important as time goes on. Now, this is a wide net and a lot to break down, so what I'm going to do is give you a good overview of it and do my best to break this down into easy to understand and actionable steps for you to take even if you have no experience in running a social media page. First off, there are 2 ways you can go about this. If you have the means, I'd highly recommend both. One option is paid, which is just traffic that you pay to get, and the other is organic, which is like posting and creating a community around your business. This option is free, but it takes a little bit longer. The fastest way to get traffic from social media is going to be through paid advertising. I mean, you can literally create a targeted ad and start driving traffic to your website immediately. For example, when we first started this YouTube channel, we paid for some YouTube ads to gain immediate visibility to our content, but eventually we started gaining subscribers, we dialed back on the YouTube ads, and now we really barely run them at all. Because on a long enough timeline, there's a snowball effect, right? The people you advertise to will start following you, and they'll start sharing your content. And in a perfect world, your content could even perform so well that it ranks inside of the social media platform that you're publishing on. This would be like your content showing up on the Explore page of Instagram or on someone's YouTube homepage. And as these things start happening, you can cut out advertising and start to enjoy the organic side of social media. And once you achieve organic social media attention, then your return on investment becomes even higher because now you're no longer paying for traffic. Which leads us into the second way you can use social media, which is organically. Now, really the only way you can get organic growth is by creating valuable content. This basically means you need to create content that people see, like, and act on. And to create valuable content, you have to use what I call the 3 E's. You need to engage, entertain, educate, or any combination of the 3. And when you're just getting started on social media, honestly, I'd really only pick 1 or 2 platforms to focus on. This is a common mistake I see a lot of businesses make, but it's actually better to do 1 or 2 platforms really, really well than it is to do 5 of them half-heartedly. See, we all know the top social media platforms, right? Like you got Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and X. So I would figure out where your audience is, choose 2 of these platforms accordingly, and then give them everything you've got. And now that you have a better baseline understanding of social media and how to use it for your business, let's move on to our next traffic channel, which is referral sites. Because as important as social media is, there are still a ton of other ways to drive traffic to your website. For example, referral sites. But what exactly are referral sites? Basically, referral sites are just websites that have referred visitors to your website by clicking a link. For example, when we ranked on the Inc. 5000 list, Inc. magazine did a feature on us which included a link to our website in it. In this case, Inc. magazine would be the referral website responsible for driving traffic to our website. As for your business, you can start getting referral traffic from business directories, public forums, and guest blogs. Now, if you don't know what those are, don't worry because I'm about to quickly discuss all 3 of them. For business directories, you're going to want to start by making sure that you are listed in any major directory that's relevant to your business. For example, a restaurant might want to make sure they're listed on Yelp or OpenTable, whereas contractors might want to make sure that they're listed on HomeAdvisor or Angie's List. Make a list of every place your customers might discover a business like yours and make sure that you are present on those platforms. You could even take it a step further by sponsoring your listing to appear higher in these directories, which could result in even higher amounts of referral traffic. If it's relevant to your business, see if you have a local chamber of commerce you can join. Now, the next source of referral traffic is public forums. For example, Quora has massive potential for referral traffic. You can highlight a specific industry and answer questions that people have that may be relevant to your business. And then inside your responses, you can include helpful links to a blog on your website or one of your YouTube videos, which could also result in a bunch of referral traffic. Quora, Reddit, and even Yahoo Answers are popular public forums. And keep in mind, these same strategies might also work on social media sites like LinkedIn or Facebook groups. And the last major source of referral traffic can come from guest posting. So guest posting is when you find popular blogs in your industry or your niche and offer to contribute to their blog for free. Everybody wins here, right? They get free content, you get free exposure. But the trick is, inside of your guest content, make sure you include quality links that point back to your website. Then, as people read blogs on these popular websites, they will naturally click on links that you include in your content. Now, these links will not only drive traffic to your website, but also help in the next major traffic channel, which is organic search. Now, organic search is by far the most effective way to get traffic to your website. When I talk about organic search, I'm talking about free traffic that you can get from search engines like Google, Yahoo, or Bing. For example, if I search Philadelphia HVAC repair, then these are the results that show up. Now, if you can secure a top position for a keyword with high volume search traffic, then a lot of that traffic is going to go directly to your website. All you have to do is make sure your website is Google friendly by meeting their best practices. And these best practices are not a secret. You can actually go to Google Search Central to learn more about the best practices you need to follow to make your website discoverable on Google Search. Now, once your website starts to meet these best practices, you need to start sending signals to Google that indicate that their searchers are finding the information that they need on your website. Backlinks and site metrics like time on site, bounce rate, and click-through rates are examples of signals that you're going to want to pay attention to. Hey, real quick, if you're not familiar with the terms I just mentioned, I want to take a second to explain them. If you already know what they mean, then you can skip ahead to this time. So a backlink is a hyperlink from one website to another, serving as a reference and contributing to the linked site's search engine ranking. Time on site is the average amount of time a user spends on your site in one sitting. Bounce rate is the percentage of people who leave your website after viewing only one page of your website. And click-through rate is the percentage of people who click onto your website from the search engine. Back to the video. Now, I want to take a second to do some management expectation here. Achieving high positions in organic search can sometimes take up to 6 or 12 months or even longer, even if you're doing everything correctly. So while organic search is very effective, it can be very slow to work. But if you want to be the first search result and bypass the waiting period, let's move on to the fourth channel, which is paid search. Paid search, also known as PPC or pay-per-click, is the fastest way to get traffic from search engines. Paid search is just when you run ads on search engines to get traffic. So for example, if I search recruiting agency on Google, I will immediately see these ads at the top of the search results. So these companies pay to appear here, and they pay every time someone clicks on the link, which is why it's called PPC or pay per click. And the cost of each keyword phrase varies based on its overall competition, but regardless, it is a very fast and effective way to get traffic to your website. To get started with paid search, you do need to have a Google Ads account. So if you don't have one, you have to make one. And before you start running ads, I highly suggest getting certified in Google Ads. It's completely free, and if you don't get it and you go in completely blind, it can really cost you just trying to figure it all out on your own. Now, display is another form of paid traffic that can really bump up your overall website traffic. You see, display traffic is traffic that found your website by clicking on an ad that you ran on another website. These types of display ads, also known as remarketing ads, work great for bringing people back to your website. For example, if someone viewed the pricing page on your website, you can actually run an ad targeting them on other websites that they're visiting. This will help your business stay top of mind, it'll help you get more traffic, and even increase your chances of getting more sales. Now, between display and PPC, these things can add up and get a little pricey, so let's look at a nice low-cost way to stay in touch with your recent website visitors. Email and SMS marketing are arguably the most cost-effective way to keep traffic coming back to your website. As far as email marketing goes, the people who subscribe to your email list are normally the group of people who are going to be the most engaged with your business. And the cost of email marketing software is nothing compared to the returns. On average, people see $42 for every $1 spent on email marketing. You can use a tool like MailChimp to start sending emails weekly or monthly to your email list, and you can even fully automate email campaigns that work without you even having to lift a finger. Now, SMS marketing, or short message service marketing, is a great strategy for businesses to engage customers and boost sales in a very similar way as email marketing, but through short text messages. See, studies have shown that 83% of consumers prefer text message appointment reminders, and 66% want service notifications via text. But what makes this an especially enticing option is that while there are SMS marketing software options, a lot of email email marketing platforms also come with SMS options built in now. So that's email and SMS. So let's move on to direct traffic. So direct traffic is when a user gets to your website by typing your website URL directly into their browser. Direct traffic can kind of be the result of a number of things. On one hand, it could be people who saw your business in some sort of print, TV, or heard it in a radio ad. On the other hand, it could be someone who maybe interacted with or saw your business on their Instagram, for example, and then they later visited your website. It could also be people who have already visited your website before and they're coming back for either more information or maybe to buy something. I like to think of direct traffic as a direct result of brand awareness. See, the more direct traffic you have, the more awareness your brand has. So you can kind of use direct traffic as like an indirect way of measuring the overall impact of your overall branding and marketing strategy. Okay, so at this point, I've given you every single way you can get traffic to your website. For a quick recap, those were social media, referral sites, paid search, organic search, email and SMS marketing, display ads, and direct traffic. Now, getting traffic to your website is just one part of the overall marketing equation. So if you want to learn everything else you need to know about marketing in under 10 minutes, then be sure to check out this video right here.